Screen actors. Today we're going to continue to talk about dressing up. In the last video, we took a look at what you should wear to an audition. That was a focus on how you look. Today, we're going to take a deeper dive and explore a little bit of the psychology of costume, how clothing changes the way you think and you feel. And hey, might it even change the way you behave? I'm Louis DiBianco. My channel is called Screen Acting Success. If this is your first time here, definitely click subscribe and give the video and the channel a thumbs up. Okay, how you think and feel. Well, it's obvious that you can wear something sexy and start to feel and think sexy. You can wear something goofy and it will help you to feel and think goofy. Or you can choose wardrobe that makes you feel and think powerful, or something that makes you feel weak and nebbishy. But now let's go a little deeper. Let me ask you this. Do you think that you could actually put on some article of clothing that would make you smarter? It sounds weird, doesn't it? Well, don't take my word for it. I'm putting links to two videos in the description below. One is called How Fashion Affects Your Brain. They actually did an experiment where they took people who knew that they were in an experiment and they dressed some of them in white lab coats so that they felt like doctors. And then they had another group who weren't dressed that way. They gave them some kind of test where they had to answer a series of questions. And guess what? The people wearing the white lab coats scored higher on the test. Why would that happen? Because the unconscious mind is so powerful and it responds to all sorts of signals that we aren't always consciously thinking of. And some of those signals come from the clothing that we wear. Let's see how this relates to acting. Oh, by the way, yes, normally in my videos, I usually wear a short sleeve shirt, or just a casual long sleeve shirt or a t-shirt. Today, I decided to wear a piece of wardrobe that I would wear if I had to read for a character who was, well, not such a nice guy. Because I happen to play quite a few of them. And yes, when I get into the feeling of this jacket, it begins to transform the way I think and feel. And it can transform, and it has, the way I actually behave. Some examples from the professional world of acting. I hope all of you have heard of Uta Hagen. Maybe some of you younger actors haven't. You should. Utahagen. She was a world-famous actress. She even performed in the famous Tennessee Williams play, Streetcar Named Desire, opposite Marlon Brando. And she was a renowned teacher of acting at the Herbert Berghof Studios in New York City. Herbert Berghof was her actor husband, and I had the great opportunity to study at the HB Studios. Uta tells a wonderful story about when she actually played the character of Blanche Dubois in Streetcar Named Desire. Now, Blanche Dubois sees herself as a very feminine, very delicate person. So, Uta said that she couldn't bring herself to wear slacks, or definitely not jeans, to rehearsal. Because when she wore that, it just didn't help. It kind of kept her away from the character. So she always came to rehearsals dressed in a skirt and blouse, which made her feel, yes, more feminine. When I was directing a show in Montreal called Hot L Baltimore, I cast this wonderful actress who today is not only still acting, she's also directing. Her name is Ellen Cohen. Actually, it was because she's got married and it became Ellen David. But Ellen Cohen was a very, very feminine person. That was her self-image. She always came to school dressed up well. She used to wear a fur coat often in the wintertime. And I cast her in a role of a very masculine woman. And I approached her and said, Ellen, please do not come to rehearsal. Leave your fur coat at home. I want you to dress and feel and behave very much like a guy. And she started doing that. By the time we opened, everyone in the cast was astounded because they all knew her. Some of them often felt that she behaved like a princess. Well, she weren't no princess in this show. She made herself masculine, and the wardrobe helped immensely. Let's talk about the actor Jason Schwartzman. He did a wonderful movie called Scott Pilgrim versus the World, in which his character steals his ex-girlfriend's underwear because he says it makes him feel like he owns her. Well, guess what? Jason Schwartzman insisted that he wear women's underwear in every scene. Yes, you wouldn't see the underwear, but he would feel the underwear, and it made him enter the psychology of his character and helped him tremendously to play the character full out. That's what I want for you. Remember, costume, first of all, affects the way people see you, but it will also affect the way you see you, and that's what's most important, because the way you see you will affect how you feel and how you behave. If you only take one thing from this video, let it be this, that you want to learn as you develop your acting craft and your skills, to always work from the inside out, because that will ensure that you don't get stuck in your head. Remember that camera acting is much more about the visual energy that the camera captures and reads and projects to an audience than it is about dialogue, about language, which is here in your brain. So, working from the inside out. Two actresses who always transform themselves and completely enter into their characters are Julianne Moore and Charlize Theron. And their wardrobe always is in sync with the way they think, feel, and behave as their characters. Julianne Moore sees herself, she says, I've heard her in an interview with Alec Baldwin, as a good girl. I believe her. And she's often cast as the sultry seductress and often the sexy bad girl, as she did in Boogie Nights, where she played a porn star. Here's an image of Julianne Moore feeling, looking, and exuding her sexiest self. And of course, we all know Charlize Theron as extremely glamorous and feminine. Beautiful. And if you haven't seen the film Monster, see it yesterday. That was a real life story where she played a serial killer who hated men. And this is what she brought herself to look like, think like, feel like, and behave like when she played Monster. The wardrobe was such an important part of that transformation. What I would like you to do after you've watched this video is to go to a role that you've either read for before, played before, or are about to read for. And choose just one costume element that you feel really captures that person, defines who that character is. Put on that piece of clothing and just spend some time being quiet and feeling how it transforms you. Does it make you stand differently? Does it make you hunch over? Does it make you hold yourself up with pride? Does it make you flaunt? Does it make you feel shy? Does it make you feel aggressive? And then work with a partner, put it on video, play it back, and begin to watch as you see yourself transform. You want to bring that quality to everything that you do on camera. The more you do that, the less you're ever going to be concerned about your lines. Because trust me, your lines will be there to serve you when you need them. Please leave your comments below about what you've gotten from this video, and certainly what you've gotten from doing the exercise if you take on the challenge of doing it. Oh, I just said the word challenge. Reminds me of 2 books by Uta Hagen, definitely a must read. Respect for Acting was her first one. And then she rethought her approach to acting, evolved it, and came out with A Challenge to the Actor. Uta Hagen's books definitely will help you grow your talent, your confidence, and fast track you towards success. So, if you haven't already done so, definitely click subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. Remember to look in the description below for the 2 videos about the psychology of clothing and costume. And also you'll find a link to the site where you can explore my latest course, Self-Taping Mastery. Self-taping is here to stay, and you should learn to master it. Just go to the site, check out the details of the course, everything that I'm offering. If you think it's for you, jump on board. If you don't, well, I will be hurt. And until the next video, always feel it, say it, mean it, book it.